What's up, YouTube? If you are looking to get started with HTML coding websites, this is the perfect place for you. This is a beginner tutorial for anybody who's looking how to get started and how to actually make a website. What we're going to do today is go over the basics of HTML, which is the base language for any website on the internet. So let's get started. I'm going to use Notepad in Windows. If you're on a Mac, you can use something like TextEdit. It's free on any computer, so it shows how easy it is to get started. Now, HTML starts with tags. Basically, it's just tags. Once you learn all the tags, you're all set. So tags look like this. That's it. That's an HTML tag. Literally, quite literally, it's an HTML tag. Now, there are tons of tags, and you'll learn them. It'll be second nature as you go along. But a tag starts with an open angle bracket, the name of the tag, and then the ending. Now, this is the open part of the tag. Most tags have an ending as well. To be able to put stuff in the tag, you basically have to open the tag, close the tag, and then anything in here is basically inside that tag. And that's pretty much the basics of how HTML works. So, to start your page, you are going to first declare a doc type. Now, this isn't technically an HTML tag, but it tells the browser what is going to be on this page. Because browsers can display images, and various different versions of HTML, you can use a HTML doc type to kind of guide it along how to render your page. Don't worry about that right now. If we're just going to go over the basics, just remember that you need that. So, we've got our HTML tag. It's the beginning of our structure. The next thing we need is our head tag. This will include other tags that will define kind of what's on our page. None of this will actually display on the page, but for things like the title of our website, we could use the title tag. And there. This is the kind of like the little text that goes above your web page in the little tabs. So let's do first website. All right. So next we will start, not a closing tag. We will start our body tag. So the body is basically everything that goes on the web page. We've got our head, we've got our body. Anything that you kind of put in this tag will show up on the website itself. So let's start with an HTML heading 1. Heading tags basically, they're just a little bit larger than normal text. But they give the page some kind of context. If you're laying out content, you can use heading tags to kind of show the hierarchy of what's important in the document. Again, there's more to learn about this, but this is all you need to know to get started. The next tag we have is a paragraph tag. Usually when you're writing like normal content for your website, you wrap it in these paragraphs tag. My content. So now that we've got a good structure here, let's view this in the browser just to kind of see what it looks like. I'm just going to save this as index, and then just make sure your save as type goes to all files, otherwise it'll save it as a text file, and when you open it, nothing will happen. I'm going to just bring this over here. Guy up, force it open over here. Alright, so now you can kind of see where everything went. Here. So we've got our title tag, which we put up in our head at the top of the tab, and then we've got our heading 1, which is a larger content, and the paragraph tag down here. Next, we will throw in an image. To do that, we need the image tag, which is basically img. So obviously this isn't enough because we want to put an actual image in there. So the next thing we need to do is go over to our folder. We need to just basically grab an image. Got one called cat. And just put it in the same directory as your, wherever you saved your HTML file. So in there, to use that image, we are going to throw in an attribute. Now, attributes get attached to tags, and they basically go in between the angle brackets here. So to get the image that we just pasted into the folder, we need the src attribute. And it just looks like this. Now I will save this. There we go. We got our cat. Now, it's huge, and you might not want the cat that big. So you can simply just use another attribute called width. And this can be either pixels or percent. So if you want it 50%, you can just do 50% of the web page, basically. Whatever it's in, it'll be 50% of that. So I'll save that. Fresh. There we go. Now it's kind of just 50%, and then whatever I resize to, it'll go with it. So you can use pixels as well. 500. That. And that's pretty much the same, but as I resize, it just stays the same. Now, pixels are all dependent on your screen size. Won't go into that now, but that's how you add attributes to adjust the size. So next, the next thing you really want to know is how to link to different pages. And we use something called the anchor tag for that. So the anchor tag is basically an A, which is good because it's easy to remember. And then we want the href. And this is just another attribute. And then we will, this tag, basically you need something to click on for the link. So the href will be the location. And if we just want to link to Google, we just type it in there. And then if we save this, you'll notice nothing happened. Because basically you need something to click on in order to make the link work. That just gets thrown right inside tag between the opening A, closing A. As we refresh, see another link here to Google. So click that, pops right over to Google. So that's HTML. Not that hard. Probably not the prettiest website you'll ever make, but in less than 10 minutes, you've learned how all websites get started. In the future, I'll create more videos on more HTML and also go into depth with something that you'll really want to check out, which is CSS, which will turn this little cat page into something that you can show somebody. Till next time, take it easy.